Nobody likes to be criticized, at least I haven't met anyone yet. Especially for highly sensitive people who love harmony, criticism is always associated with particular discomfort. And that's why I have a quick tip for you today on how you can deal better with criticism and overcome it within seconds. So if you Google how to deal with criticism, you will get 1,000 answers. An often mentioned one is don't take it personally. Just perfect. I mean, thanks, that helps, doesn't it? Honestly, criticism still affects you and hurts. So what can really help? Let me tell you one quick story. Recently, I was in a car with some friends and we were talking about dating. One long-term friend was imitating me for fun and he was saying, you know how I imagine you on a date? Hi, I'm Robert. Lots of straight talk about deep questions for the rest of the evening. And that hit me in that moment, even if it was meant as a joke. Was I going too fast and getting profound too quickly? Could this overwhelm other people? And might this be putting other people down? Criticism always hits us in situations where close people are involved, such as family members, partners, friends, or at work with your boss or clients. So here are 3 quick tips how you can overcome criticism within seconds. First, observe and question. In my case, if you remember the car situation, I could reply, aha, that's interesting that you perceive it that way. What makes you think that I would behave like that in that situation? Then let the other person explain. By doing this, you create a distance between the criticism and yourself. It also gives you time to briefly think about whether there is some truth to that criticism, even if it was just a joke. Am I really too quick with my profundity sometimes? If so, why is it making me feel so insecure right now? Already as a child, I sometimes felt that I was too much for other people. That's where the insecurity comes from, because it reminds me of the struggles my younger me had to deal with. Second, humor. If you don't manage to quickly switch to the observer perspective when you are criticized in a way that really hits you, like I did in that situation because I was not able to switch to the observer perspective, you can first take it with humor. This will help you to overcome the initial insecurity caused by the criticism. Because if I truly think about myself, it is a really funny picture how I sit there on a date and immediately ask the questions about the meaning of life, right? Third, bird's eye view. Switch to the bird's eye view and look at the whole thing from above. What value does this single criticism have for your life and the relationship with that person? Will you still remember it in 1, 5, or 10 years? If you are really hurt, then a clarifying conversation with this person is of course helpful. Often they will explain their point of view and you can better understand how it was meant, even if it was just a joke. Because too often we make assumptions and interpretations of reality that are simply wrong. So when did you have been criticized the last time? What strategies and tips have you to deal with criticism? Feel free to leave me a comment down below under the episode. Also feel free to check out the book list I put in the description. Definitely subscribe to the podcast here on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you listen, and I see and speak to you in the next episode.